as the spring is arriving and bringing with it some beautiful weather. It's putting me in the gardening mood. So I wanted to bring you a video all about my houseplants. Now, I'm one of those people that, as you can see, I have many of them, and they are all over the house, as I think that it brings life and really opens the space. It makes me very happy. It can also bring a lot of character to your home. It just makes me really happy to see a lot of life around the house. There are a lot of studies that show having plants in the house or going for walks in the park, just being around nature or being able to see it can really boost your mood and make you a lot happier. I personally find it very therapeutic having them around the house and even planting them. A few weeks ago I planted some daffodils in the garden and some others that are known as kaleidoscope flowers, which are beautiful, that I should be able to see flowering probably next year. There's just something very satisfying about nurturing something from a tiny little bulb or seed to getting to see it bloom after all your hard work. Having something to care for is very important to me. If you don't already, I would highly recommend getting a plant for your home, even if it's just a simple plant, very easy to care for, like a cactus, because to me it truly adds a lot of life to the space. or a mosaic plant. It's also known as a net leaf. I call it a mosaic plant, and that is because I think it's quite fitting, as each of its leaves have this beautiful pattern. When I saw this particular plant in the shop, it caught my eye from across the room, and that's because of its striking colours that contrast each other in this way. The nerve plant, or mosaic plant, have very short, small leaves that are usually covered in a soft fuzz on the back. And they have the contrasting coloured nerves or veins running through the length of the leaves. They can flower. However, this one hasn't done so yet. And I think that's because it's very rare to see them flower when they are kept as an indoor plant. But it's far too cold in England to have them outdoors, as originally they come from South America, places like Peru or areas in the rainforest. Because of this, they do like the humidity. So, every so often, I need to give him a little spray. I think I might need to repot him soon, as he's starting to grow over the edges, as you can see. But it is a beautiful plant, and definitely very unique in its colours. The next plant is this one. And this is a peace lily. It is a very simple looking plant with very long dark green leaves. that are quite waxy and tall. They grow directly out of the soil. And upwards towards the sunlight. This isn't part of the plant. I often put this in with the plant when it isn't in bloom, as it only flowers in the summer, so it's not quite there yet. The flowers, when they grow, they are in sort of a rolled up form. And they look like leaves until they start to unroll. And they turn white. And show the spadix in the middle, which is where the true flowers are. Tiny, tiny little flowers. I really love how this one looks, even when it's not in bloom. Actually, we do have one little flower that I've just seen here, and he's not fully unravelled yet, but you can see that it's changed to white. And inside the tiny little flowers. That's exciting. I didn't realise that it started to bloom yet. I'm happy now. I think I need to divide this one soon, as it's getting a little bit crowded. And I have repotted him once before, but maybe I need to do it again. This one can be poisonous if ingested, so don't worry. I will be washing my hands after this one. echo the waxy leaves sound. Okay. The next one is my newest addition. And this is the colour lily. This one was actually a gift to me from a friend just a few days ago. And it has dark green, waxy type leaves, similar to the previous peace lily. They grow straight up out of the soil as well. And up towards the sunlight. They can grow to around 45 centimeters long. These also have the flowers that grow in that sort of rolled up form. And they have these overlapped edges, and they come to a very sharp point, you can see the point. They kind of look like little upside down love hearts, which is adorable. They also have, like the previous lily, inside the tiny spadix which holds the true flowers. Tiny, tiny flowers. And it produces a very faint but very sweet scent. Apparently, the name Kala comes from the Greek word for beautiful. And they twist so gracefully. So pretty. They originate in South America, so they're used to much warmer temperatures, but they are very easy to care for. Usually when they are planted outside in the winter, they will begin to wither when the colder weather arrives. But as a houseplant, they will bloom all year long. I just love how thick and full of life it is. The last ones that I want to show you are these orchids. Hope you're able to see them. This is one that I have. These are incredibly beautiful flowers that are one of the largest families of flowers, with over 27,800 species that are currently known. In their natural surroundings, they would grow at the base of trees or among taller rocks, which gives them the support that they need as they grow. But as I don't have any trees in my house, I have to use this rod to support it, and small clips that you can see to keep them steady. The stem grows from a very small bud and then blooms, as you can see. It then dies to be replaced by another. The leaves are very flat and long, as you can see, and they're quite rigid. This is because in the natural habitat they bask in the sun, so they need to have leaves that can retain the water levels they need so that they don't dry out. And I like to put these in the sunniest spot of my house, which they seem to like. I don't know what specific species this is, but they are very easy to care for. This one is currently in the process of shedding its flowers. There were a few more up here a few days ago, but I don't want to be too rough with it in its delicate state. I've been keeping the flowers that drop and pressing them, so hopefully I'll be able to make something nice with those in the future. I love the colours on this one, and how it appears that the pink central bit, at least to me, it looks like a little man sitting with his hands over his ears. Maybe it's just me, but it's cute. Here is my other one. This one is a lot taller, as you can see, and not quite as colourful, but you can see the difference between how the flowers look. So this is definitely a different species. The orchids have aerial roots, as you can see, these little bits. These are used to absorb any extra moisture around the area. Or humidity. I really like the colours on this one, even though it's very plain. Sometimes simple is good. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 flowers on it currently. too that will bloom soon. I can't wait for that. And again, the long waxy spongy leaves. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And that it wasn't too boring for you. But I wanted to share with you something that makes me happy. And it's something very simple that everyone can have. And I hope that you sleep well. And dream of beautiful flowers.